Hi everyone, how you going? Denielle here. I'm just getting my iPad sorted, and it'll probably take a couple of minutes for everyone to jump on. That looks like about the middle, doesn't it? Very good. If it doesn't, or you have trouble seeing anything, just let me know, because I'm here and I've got my computer happening, so I can keep an eye on what's going on. As long as the computer keeps up with the iPad, we'll be right. Let me just put something here of interest to you. That's been a very big topic this week, that particular set. And that's what I'm playing with today. Let's get this happening. Oops, I want to get rid of that sound. Okay. So just getting this all sorted so that I can still see comments. Hi Christy, how you going? Thanks for joining today. Beautiful day. It's absolutely stunning here. Okay.
Hi, Christy.
Oh, sorry. I've just clicked the... There we go. Right. I've got my computer sorted out and I'm ready to go. So today, hi Samantha, how are you? Thanks for joining today. All right, so I'm going to be talking about the embossing paste today, and I wanted to show you something a little bit special with it. I'm hoping I'm teaching you something new. I spoke to one of my very avid crafter friends, and she didn't know about this little trick, so without further ado, let's get on to it. So at the same time, I'm going to be making a card while I'm doing the tutorial, because, you know, that's what we do. We make cards, right? And I have to tell you a little story behind the card. This is what I'm making, but I'm going to be changing it up a little, okay, with the embossing paste. I have a really great friend who is the husband of the New Zealand head office lady. Okay, so it's Emma's husband, Sean, and I've got a big thank you to him. He was very kind to me on our last trip to Thailand, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have gotten in the water and snorkeled with my daughter. I'm terrified of deep water, and with thanks to him, he helped me get over that fear, and I was able to enjoy that day with my little one. So I'm really grateful for that. So this card is for them. Hi Mary, thanks for joining in. Yeah, it is springish weather, Christy. It's beautiful. Okay, so let's start to make this card. So I'm using the Daisy Delight bundle, which has only just come back on. We weren't able to order that for a few weeks. It's been on back order because it's been insanely popular. More so than the company anticipated, I dare say. It's been a terrific bundle. So the stamp set, as you can see there, has lots of bits and pieces on it. And also the punch, okay, the punch that goes with it. So I'll just show you a card that I've made with it. That's one card that I did. Let me just grab this other one. I dropped it. Okay, so this isn't really... Look, you have to get used to me. I digress a lot. I can't help myself. This isn't what I was going to show you. But, oh, it's cold in Victoria. Whereabouts in Victoria, Samantha? Okay, so that's just one little card I made with it very quickly. And then without the punch, I made that one as well. So just super quick cards. You can do so much with this set. All right, I'm into quick cards because I'm a super busy girl. So let's go ahead and make this one. So, yeah, so as I said, something similar to this, except because it's predominantly, well, it's for Emma as well, of course, but because it's for a boy, I'm going to use our new lemon lime twist instead of the pink. Okay, so I've cut my cardstock down. I'm using the Thick Whisper White as my base. It's really my go-to cardstock now. I love it. I use it for everything. When you're folding it, a lot of people have had a lot of trouble with it creasing and cracking. I don't tend to score it. If you just saw what I did then, I just fold it and with my bone folder very quickly put it into place, and that seems to work for me. Okay, so you're in Gippsland, Samantha. My dad lives in Gippsland. My dad is at Swan Reach, which I think is not very far from you. Okay, so then the next step to the card we just want to cut out 2 daisies. And I need to do this before I do the texture paste because I need to know where I'm going to put the texture paste. So, now, word of advice, girls, if you see me fling this over my shoulder and I start again and we don't talk about it, that means I've made a mistake, all right? And we just move along very calmly, very quietly. We just don't talk about it. It's a big secret. Hey, Donna, how you going? Thanks for coming in today. All right, so we're just taking out these 2 daisies, just eyeballing that I'm not cutting over the top of each other like so. And you can just do layer upon layer upon layer with these daisies. They're just so awesome. Okay, and then when I make this card, obviously, I'll be popping these, putting these aside and popping them back in. All right, so that's the quick and easy part over and done with. Now comes the fun bit. Have any of you girls used the embossing paste before? If you haven't, it's lots of fun. So you will need to have handy a baby wipe or a wet face cloth will do. Doesn't have to be a baby wipe because you want to be able to clean up your tools as you go because the embossing paste dries fairly quickly. All right, so the embossing paste is a paste in a jar and it is sold by weight, not volume. So if you open up your jar and it looks like it's half empty, don't worry about that. And it goes a really long way, okay? And it's inexpensive. It's like $11-ish. Okay, and then we've got our tools, set of 3. I think they're about $9-ish. Okay, so I'm just going to use my tool of preference, which is this one. Depending on what you do, you'll use them all. It just depends on what you're making for the day. All right, so I just want to put a little bit of texture in the background of this. Now, the little what masks, sorry, had a bit of a blank then. The masks that I'm using, okay, these are great. You get 4 in a set, okay, and they're only about $10. So there's the clouds, there's a brick wall, that's gorgeous, the mandala, haven't used that yet, but it is stunning. And this funky little diamond pattern. Now, you don't have to use these just for the texture paste. You could daub over them. You could use Versamark over them, then heat emboss. There's lots you could do. But today, I wanted to show you something cute with the texture paste. Okay. So, do you know what? I haven't actually practiced this. So, I'm telling you, if it doesn't work, I will be chucking it over my shoulder and we'll just make something else. Hi Linda, how you going? Thanks for joining. All right, so I don't want to cover the whole thing because I want to put a little sentiment up in the corner here. You know what? Let's do that first. Let's go ahead and do the sentiment first. Okay, my stamp set here, ready to pop. I just want a little with love. Super cute, tiny wee little set. And I'm going to do that in the lucky lemon lime twist, I mean. Alright. Let's just pop this up in the corner. Hope I stamp it straight. No judging, peeps, okay? If I don't, I don't. Righty-ho. That worked alright. Phew. Okay. Alright, so let's just line this up to where I want to go with it. And we'll get our embossing paste. Okay, so it's quite, if you haven't used it, it's quite gluggy in feeling. It's almost like a face moisturizer type feel. Okay, and depending on the look that you want, I'm fairly liberal with the product. I quite like to see spatula marks and things in it. But really, you can build it up or you can be use it as just a thin layer. It's up to you, and the only way you're going to work out how you like to use yours is play. Okay, so I've got my mask over the top, and I'm just going to, with the spatula, I'm just going to move this into the middle so you guys can see that. There we go. Just with the spatula, I'm just going to drag it across the mask. Now, I'm not dragging it too thinly, as you can see, because I want to get a bit of chunkiness in there, if that makes sense. And then I'll lift that mask straight off. I can already see that I got a little piece. Look at that right there. So you just get another spatula and get rid of that. Super easy. Or leave it. It doesn't matter, because it's about that sort of look. Okay. And then I just want to do you know what? I was going to do some more here. I am. More is more, right? Yeah, let's do it. Just want to get rid of that out of my way. Okay, just a little bit there. Hi Amy, thanks for joining. How you going? A little bit more. Okay. I normally, just put my finger straight in that. I normally do live videos for my team. On a Tuesday, we do Tuesday tips. This is really only the second or third one I've done on my page, so I'm a little bit nervous, but I can see we've got a couple watching. Okay, so let's just take that off. Now, whilst that's wet, this is where the magic happens. So you could just take that off and let it dry as per normal, okay? And that's what it's recommended for you to do, but I want to show you something a little bit secret. Let me just get this off, because I want to scrape that back into the container, and I'll clean that up shortly. Waste not, want not, right? Just going to put that back in. Right. Oh, thanks, Samantha. Getting there. Okay, so now that I've done that, and whilst it's still wet, I'm going to put some glitter on it, because it's wet, so the glitter will stick to it. Yeah? Because, you know, I should have probably done Embossing Buddy first. Never thought about that. Never mind. Oops. Lots of glitter. I will shake that back into the container after this video. I won't be wasting it, girls. Don't fret. Alright. Actually, I'm going to have to shake it back in now. So I need to move a little bit quickly, because what I want to do while that's still wet is I actually am going to heat it up with my heat gun, because by doing that it makes it go, I'm just getting rid of this glitter, sorry, it makes it go really thick and puffy, okay, which is what you want, because it's just another different look for the texture paste. I'll show you. My friend Lynette taught me how to do that. I can't take the credit. She's awesome. Alright, so I'm sorry if you can't hear me for a minute. Alright, I'm just going to do this. You may be able to see it happening, hopefully, on camera. So I'm just heating that up. Just be careful not to burn your paper. And it's going to dry it at the same time, but it really, it makes it puff out. You can actually see it puff whilst it's drying. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Probably not. It's at the angle that I'm holding it. So you're just going to have to trust me and try this for yourselves at home. And because it was wet when I put the glitter on, the glitter will stick into the embossing paste. But it really is cool. It sort of puffs it up to about another 50%, I suppose. Nearly done. Hi Christine, thanks for joining. So I don't know if you girls can see this puffing up. Can you actually see it puffing as I'm heating? Okay, I think that's pretty much dried. So let's just stick this back down. I've got glitter everywhere. But that's okay, because you know the rule, if it don't shine, it ain't mine. So, can you see that? Okay, and the glitter has stuck to my little puffy gorgeousness. Let me show you. These are some samples that I made the other day, just to see if it would work. And if I hold that about there, you should be able to see. It's probably easier to see on the darker cardstock on camera. Oh, you can see it puffing up. That's great. Thanks, Christine. Yeah, sorry, Christy. It's something that you need to get. It's really awesome. So you can see that that's gone quite chunky and the glitter has stuck inside it. So you can let it just dry by itself, but if you just want to do something a little bit different. All right, so let's finish making this card. Okie doke. We're just going to put the centres into our daisies. Let's grab my stamp. Sorry, I should have had this all lined up ready to go, but I didn't. There's a couple of centres for the daisy in this set, and I'm using the solid one. Do you know what? I told you to do something and I haven't done it myself. I'm just going to quickly do it now. Seriously, you want to clean off your mask before your embossing paste dries. It makes life so much easier. If you wait till that dries, it's actually quite tricky to get off. So I just use a baby wipe to clean mine up. You can just wash them in warm soapy water if you need to, but I just use a baby wipe and get rid of that pretty much straight away so I don't have to worry about it. Okay, back to stamping. I'm just going to grab another sheet because I've got glitter and texture paste everywhere. Let's just pop that down. Here we go. Bit of tape to hold her in place. Yeah, I love the embossing paste too, Donna. One jar is certainly not going to be enough for me. But truly, if you don't already have it, it's something that you want to look at getting, because you can just do so much with it. It's so much fun. Oh, that's a bit not as bright as I wanted it to be. Swapping colours. Sorry, grabbed the wrong one. Let's go Daffodil Delight. That was so saffron. Too pale. Okay. Lucky it's only ink. And I can just ink over the top of that. So, you all know that I am a demonstrator, obviously. So, if any of these products are something that you want, you can either order it through my website, or let me know and I can order it for you. I can ship it straight to your door. If you're a demonstrator yourself, make sure you grab these bits because they're just seriously cute. Okay. Let's just pop this card together very quickly. Fast Fuse is my preferred adhesive. Okay, I know a lot of you have had trouble with Fast Fuse. I don't use anything else. Once you get the knack of stopping and pulling it away from your work, you won't use anything else. Trust me on that. It's just fantastic. Okay, stick that on. And this little bit here, I just want to put some ribbon around it. Absolutely loving the finely woven ribbon. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, a bit of Fast Fuse on the back. Hi Karina, how you going? Don't worry, you can always go back and watch it afterwards. It'll be up here for you to watch later on. It's no problem. How you going, Chloe? Good to see you. Alright, so we'll just pop this ribbon on. There we go. Bit of Fast Fuse all the way around so I can attach it to the card. I just find that fast fuse tends to hold up a bit better in all climates. It gets quite humid here where I live, and I was finding, I display a lot of my cards down in my salon, and I was finding because it's so humid down there that my cards over time weren't holding together as well as I would have liked. So I made the switch to fast fuse, and I haven't had any problems since. Okay, so we're just sticking that on. Now we do a faux bow. Now you all know what a faux bow is, right? If you don't, you just cut, you put the band across there like that, and you cut a piece of ribbon. I like to angle my ends. Just pop that under and tie that on, and that will give you a faux bow look, like so. Alright, let's get these gorgeous little daisies stuck on. You could either use a glue dot, or I'm just going to use a bit of fast fuse because it's cute and it's easy. Okay, pop these back in. Just going to off-center them slightly. Where am I going to put that one? Oops, sorry. Keep forgetting to hold it down for the camera. Sorry, girls. Yell at me if I do that. Yeah, it is the Thick Whisper White, Christy. It's the top layer isn't. Only the base of the card is. It really is my preferred card base. It's something that I sort of go to all the time. I'm ordering truckloads of it because that's kind of all I've been using. Okay, our new clear faceted gems in the middle of these little guys here. Oopsies. In the middle of this little guy here. There we go. Oops. And then this one. I didn't place these other daisies very well, to be honest. I'm just going to see if I can, without breaking their petals off, just spin them round. Oh, I don't think I can. I'm not going to risk that. I'll do that off camera, just in case. And there you have it. A simple, simple card. I will stamp on the inside of it, but you don't need to see me stamp the inside of that. I'm just going to be stamping on the inside. Thank you for being you, from Hello Friend, because I am eternally grateful, because that's a memory that we'll have forever, and if it wasn't for Sean, I wouldn't have done what I did. Okay, so there you go. So basically today's tutorial was really all about getting some glitter into the embossing paste and puffing it up. Thanks, Donna. Oh, thanks, Christine. So yeah, that's really what it was all about. That's some embossing paste just let dry on its own, and that's the difference when you puff it up with the heat gun. Okay, so hi Alison. Yes, it's a little bit tricky for me to try and keep a touch on all of these. I really need to move these flowers. They're bugging me. Am I game enough to do it on camera, girls? You might hear me swear if I ruin it. That's not very good, is it? No, I'm going to do it off camera. I can't do it on camera. But yes, you get the drift. Okay. Oh, good for you, Alison. We won't tell. I'm glad you like that, girl. So each week I'm going to try, or even more often, I'm going to try and do as many live tutorials as I can, just for little tips like this. So I just want you to be able to see how thick that's come up with the heat gun. I don't know if you can, because it's really just something a little bit different. I'm just trying to, if I hold that up to here like this, is that just too close? Not great. But anyway, I want you to give it a go. Put some glitter on it while it's still wet. That top layer of it does dry fairly quickly, so you have to work fairly fast with getting the glitter in, and then have your heat tool ready to go. Okay, thanks for watching, girls. I will come back to you hopefully next week, and yeah, these will be my tutorials. Keep your eyes peeled. Share away for me. The more I get on my page, the more that will see my tutorials, which will be awesome. And there will be some giveaways, okay? I hadn't worked anything out for today, but I can promise you there will be some giveaways coming. All right, so keep your eyes peeled. Thanks a lot, girls. Have a great day. See you later. Bye.